Sawubona Mzansi, and welcome to this evening's MIH Live. Black Mode, nice to see you here. I apologize for yesterday. We were having some issues on my side, so I'll get into the issues, but yeah, things are up and running again, and I think it's going to be an exciting live today. So, throughout this week, we've been doing deep linking. So, deep linking is a concept when doing app development where you can allow people to access specific parts of your application inside your application, like deep inside the application, from just a link. So, for example, I like using Takealot. So, when someone sends you a Takealot link, what happens is they'll send it to you on WhatsApp. You'll click on it, but instead of you going to the web version of Takealot to that product, it'll then open up the app or force open up the app for you. So that's what we're working on inside MIH, and in order to do that, we are working on deep linking. So because deep linking wasn't a concept when we were first, or we didn't know about it when we were first when we were first coding MIH, but now that we've grown, we've learned it's definitely something that is required, and it's quite good. So what we are using is GoRouter in order to implement our deep linking, because that's a package that provides you with that functionality itself. But yeah, so we'll dive into that. On top of the deep linking, what we had to do is reorganize how MIH works and starts up and all of those kind of things so that it can work for provider later on. But that unlocked more functionalities or more things that we can do inside MIH. So I'm going to give you a demonstration of that now, and you'll let me know how it is. Remember, guys, MIH is available, or the MIH Live is available on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. We are sharing our full screen over there, and you can see the chats and everything flooding through over there. So please feel free, if you like those platforms, you can head over there. We also do vertical lives on YouTube also. So please feel free to head over that side. Thank you so much, Black Mode. Loving the likes. So please head over to YouTube, and if you'd like, you can check us out over there, or to Twitch. Both sides we'll appreciate it, and you can see the full experience, the full screen and things. But cool, let me dive into MIH right now. I'm seeing the likes flooding through. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. So let me flip my screen for you. Oh, what's happening? More? Oh, flip. Cool. So you should be able to see my screen right now. This is the live version of MIH, but what I'm going to show you is the development version of MIH. That's what we're working on right now. So if we have a look at the screen right now, let's bring this over. So if we have a look at the screen right now, what we've completed so far is nice to see you, Bulut. Nice to see you. What's the audio looking like? I just got a new stand for my microphone. So this is Bulut over from YouTube. I just got a new microphone stand, and the mic is closer to my face now. So please let me know what the audio is looking like over there on YouTube and Twitch for those that are out there. But I appreciate you for diving into the chat. Nice to see you here. So yes, if you have a look on the screen right now, you'll see that what we've completed is, don't worry about this highlight video. That's just video things. But our back button, because Jess was saying that our back button, I'm seeing the likes flood through. Norman, I appreciate you. Black Mode, I appreciate you. Bulut, I appreciate you. So if you have a look over here, the back button now works inside MIH. So let me demonstrate that for you. Let's see, where is this? So let's go all the way back. Oh, sorry, I was still working on some things when you just saw it crash now. But let's dive into it. So this is MIH over here. As you can see on the screen right now, this is MIH, and it's currently in the Android emulator. So this is the test environment. So if you'd see now, so previously when we tried using the back button, so this is the back button over here, the emulated back button. If we click on that, previously it used to close MIH because we're working with GoRouter as our new router. But what's happening now, it actually works as a back button. And if you're on the home screen and you click on back, it gives you a little message at the bottom to say press back again to go back, but you have to do it within 2 seconds. So if you press back again, then it closes the application itself. So it's similar to TikTok's thing, but TikTok What TikTok does is TikTok loads a new video to keep you locked in. That's what they do. So kind of crazy, but we have something like that just to, if you accidentally press the back button while you're inside MIH, you do get a warning message before you do it. You can dismiss it or you can just go all the way back. That's what we've sorted out. That's what this one over here was. So we have that going. Then the next came from a member of Mzansi. I think it's her name is Nia and Mommy over on TikTok. So I used to work with her when I was at the bank, but she is a avid user of MIH and she always has her phone brightness on a very low brightness, right? So an extremely low brightness. So yeah, so she has her phone on a very low brightness, and she was saying sometimes when she's going to scan a loyalty card at the shop, what's happening is it's not scanning because the phone is so dull. So one of the cashiers always advises her, like, no, increase the brightness in order for it to work properly. So she suggested, why can't we automatically do that? So it's hard for me to demonstrate this because the emulator, because the emulator doesn't have or doesn't show the screen brightness. But what I'll do is we'll just scroll down a bit. So the brightness is full at the moment. So I'm going to Nashita Saubona. Nice to see you here this evening. Nice to see you here. I hope the quality on Twitch is nice and the audio is also nice. So I'm going to decrease the brightness of it just below 50%, like let's say over here, right? So you can see that the screen itself is not dull, but Saubona Dad, nice to see you. So we'll head over to our wallet. Just look at the back, the bottom over here. So this is our logs. Oh, this is another thing, but I'll get into that a little bit later. But yeah, once we open up the card, you'll see just our logs over here, right? And I'll demonstrate it for you. So once we open up a card, what happens is let's scroll up. So what happens is it gets the original brightness of your screen and then sets the brightness to full brightness. So if I head over to our MIH and we swipe down, you'll now see that the brightness is 100% brightness. If we scroll up and close it, you can see our logs should say something to us. There's over there resetting the brightness. And if I swipe down, you can see that our brightness is now at less than 50%, how we're supposed to have it. So that's what we've added in to help out Nia and Mommy over on TikTok. So shout out to her. Make sure to go follow her. This was a great idea. Thank you so much for that. So that's what we sorted out also. The next thing that we've also implemented, remember this is all in development. This is all in dev at the moment. So if you go into MIH right now, you won't be able to find it. So if we go back, sound cuts off every so often. Damn it, I'm not sure why. Let me go check on Twitch. What's it saying? I'm so sorry. My mother over on Twitch is telling me that the sound is cutting off on her side. Condition is excellent. I think it might be the microphone. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening. I'm so sorry. I'll have to do more investigations to see what's going on. But yeah, I did notice the sound cutting off also. My bad. So yes, heading back over to our thingy. So that was the full brightness when opening up a loyalty card. The next thing is we've removed authentication when you first open up MIH. So previously, when you first open up MIH using your phone, it will ask you to authenticate yourself using your biometric authentication. So that's either with a fingerprint, Face ID, pattern, password, any of those kind of things. You'll first have to authenticate yourself. But what we've changed is we now removed it from the beginning of MIH, or when you first open up MIH, to now individual packages. So if you have a look on the screen right now, you'll see that if I click on Mzansi profile, what it does is it immediately takes you to your profile page. If we go back and head over to the Mzansi directory, it immediately takes you into the Mzansi directory. But what happens when you click on the patient profile? So the patient profile is something that is a little bit more sensitive information that's inside there. So when you click on it now, it does ask you to authenticate yourself using biometric authentication in order to access the page. If you click away, or press back, it does say that biometric authentication is required in order to use this package. So you can either set it up if you haven't had it, if you don't have biometric authentication set up on your phone, or you can authenticate now. If we click authenticate now, it'll just ask us to authenticate ourselves again. We'll authenticate and then it'll take you into the package itself. So this is a new feature that we've had, or that we have. The Mzansi wallet, so I thought I removed this. So let me know in the chat what you think about this. So I was demonstrating this to someone, and she told me that the Mzansi wallet shouldn't really have a you shouldn't have to authenticate yourself to use the Mzansi wallet, because at the moment it's just loyalty cards, right? It's not sensitive information yet, so we shouldn't have the authentication over there. So let me know in the chat if you agree with her or not, and we can figure it out from there. But it's very quick to implement. Let's see where I can do this. It's very quick to implement. Let me do this quickly. Let's go to the wallet, go to our tile, and there's our wallet tile. Cool. So let me move my code. So it's just a one-liner. Is it here? Oh yeah, there's it over here. So you can see I removed it. Interesting. Interesting. What's going on? Let me stop this and rerun it, because it's still asking for authentication even though we removed it over here. Very interesting. Let's restart the application and see. Start it up from scratch. So that's one of the features that we have. And I'm almost, while that's loading up, you can see at the bottom it's loading. While that's loading up, the deep linking or the Go router migration is almost completed on the personal side of MIH. So if we head over to our production version, excuse me. Evening. Is it looking good, Sawubona? Nice to see you, your dad, on Twitch. I appreciate you. So there's two parts of MIH. So the first part is the Mzansi directory, or the first part is the personal side of MIH. Then you have the business side. So I've completed almost all of it except for the patient profile when it comes to deep linking. So we're going to have to move over. Once we've done with this, we're going to have to move over to the business side and start implementing things. But over there, it should be quick because there's only two tiles. The other tiles are generic when it comes to personal and business. They both use the exact same foundation. So we're going to focus on these two. So it'll be much quicker than the personal side. But I think our application should be up and running again. Let's have a look. You see, we opened up the app from scratch. Let's see. Why did you not add dark mode on constraints for reuse? Why hard code that type many times? Where is that? Over here. So very good question, Malume Wami, my uncle. Why did you not add the dark on constant for reuse? Why hard code them all the time? Okay, so this is legacy code, right? So thank you so much, Malume, for that question. So this is a part of legacy code, right? So I used to use this Mzansi Innovation Hub.of context theme, and then I used to get my colors from here. But then, because I want to make it a little bit more generic and not dependent on the first page of MIH opening up Sawubona quotes, nice to see you here. So instead of me having to be dependent on the MIH loading, I created a Mzansi colors section. But there's two different colors, one for dark mode, one for light mode. So I just put a parameter in. I'm not sure if you can see it. Yeah, you can see over here the parameter is whether it's dark mode or not. So I'm checking. I'm gonna fix this when it comes to provider, right? So we're laying the foundation to implement provider in the future and fix all of these legacy issues of ours. So that's why it's hard coded like that. But thank you so much for pointing that out with your keen eyes. I appreciate you. Checking sound. Thank you. So yeah, that's why we have it hard coded like that. But I could just put true if I really wanted to. So I can remove this. So if I change this and just say true, it should work also in dark mode. But But yeah, that'll come later on when we start using provider to sort out our themes and our data management and state management and all of those kind of things. But that's what we're gonna do. So yes, quotes. Nice to see you here. Nice to see you. So yes, I was just demonstrating the new functionalities that we added into MIH other than deep linking, the Go router stuff. So if we click on this, yeah, now it's working. So if you have a look now, Mzansi profile. So yes, what I was saying is when you first open up MIH at the moment, it asks you for biometric authentication when you're using your phone. But as soon as you open up the application. But now what happens is it'll take you straight into MIH, whether it's the sign in or the home screen, and each individual tile has their own authentication specifications. So the Mzansi directory doesn't really have sensitive information inside it that you're trying to protect. So that's why you can access it by just clicking on it. However, your patient profile, which has your important information such as, such as your IDs, your documents, all of those different kinds of things, it's quite sensitive, the information. So if we click on it now, it's going to ask you for biometric authentication. And you can see at the bottom, authenticate to access patient profile. So we can click on the 3 dots and we can authenticate ourselves. And it'll take us into the profile. Nice. Thank you so much, quotes. I appreciate you. So this idea came from my girlfriend way back, but I couldn't implement it previously because of how my routing system worked, and I was just confusing myself with it. But now that we've unshackled ourselves from that old routing and using Go router, it made it much, much more simpler. MIH keeps improving. 100% it keeps improving. It's going to keep improving going forward until forever, right? So we're never going to abandon MIH. What you are seeing on the screen right now is the worst that MIH is going to get. It's going to be. Everything going forward is going to be much better. Much, much, much better. Kat, nice to see you here, Kat. I appreciate you. Ronnie, nice to see you here. So yeah, that's the 2 things that we've added in. Now also, just keeping with the themes of deep linking, our Mzansi directory does work fully. So let's do test. So it does work fully. When I mean fully, it means it doesn't break now since we've migrated over to the new Mzansi directory. The test profile. So MIH test. Okay, no, that's a common error. Don't worry about that. But let's go to this profile. So you can see it takes you into there. Remember, there's state management issues also. Oi, Fede, what's up? Good evening, Saubona. Nice to see you here. I appreciate you diving into the MIH live and into the chat. I appreciate you. Remember, guys, if you like MIH and you like what we are doing, please feel free. Thank you so much, Salvage Ninja, for the heart. I follow. What's it? The heart. Yeah. The rose. Sorry, the rose. Thank you so much for the rose. I appreciate you. So yeah, if you like MIH, we are available on the Google Play Store, the Apple App Store, and the web. All you have to do is search MIH or MIH app, and we should be at the top of the list. Quotes, what's happening? Let's see what you're saying. I found an alternate to Android Studio and it works wonderful without freezing my PC. Nice. What is that alternative, quotes? Let us know, and we can check it out now live also. But what is it? Yeah, Black Mode's even asking. We interested. Don't keep us hanging like that. Don't gatekeep, quotes. Don't gatekeep. Kim. What is this? I'm seeing the hearts flood through on YouTube. I appreciate each and every one of you over there. I appreciate you. But let's check out this thingy. Quotes did say it's this. Geni Motion. What is that? Android emulator in the cloud or for PC. So it's just the emulator. Okay, cool. And let's open up their website and see what they're all about. I can't even gatekeep. Never, never. You have to share with all of us, quotes. You have to share with all of us, please. So, professional Android emulator for mobile development, testing, demo, learning, and much more. Android 16 is on Gemi Motion, whichever one it is. For desktop, Mac OS, also Linux. So is it just this thing over here, quotes? Is it something like this? Interesting, interesting. Very interesting. Cool, I must have a look. But yeah, I must have a look. But this emulator is working fine for me. But thank you so much, quotes, because I know other people do struggle when it comes to emulators. So thank you so much for hooking us up with that. So yes, like I was saying, on the, let me go back here. The Mzansi directory now works, and if we go to the test, we can call, email, navigate to them, visit their website. We can rate them now. So previously we weren't able to do it. It was just going to break. So test, add review. Remember, this is a state management thing. That's why it's taking us back. But you can see that our review is there. If we head over to that review, first one. Okay. So which one is my review? Oh, it's test. So you can see our review is there. We can update it. So I'll make it test 1. So all of this is working with the new routing system. I know the front end doesn't look that fancy at all, but it is quite cool. It is quite cool over there that it is working. So I've updated it. If I click on it, you can see test 1 is there, and I can also delete my review. So delete, done. So yeah, all of that is done. Also bookmarking is working. So I can add someone to my bookmark. I can remove them from my bookmark. So all of this is working using the new routing system, and it's much simpler than previously. I'm not sure if you were here way back before we started migrating, you would have seen that we were doing a lot of popping, a lot of pushing, a lot of strange things were being done when trying to manage our state inside MIH. But with GoRoot, it makes it much more simpler, way simpler than before, way simpler. So yes, what we're going to work on now, or what we're going to try and fix on our side, is the edit side. So I'll show you the error that we get. If we go back to our patient profile, let's add our fingerprint. And over here, if we click on the menu button at the bottom of the screen and click on edit profile, it'll take you to a place where you can edit your information. Once you edit your information, you should be able to click on update and it'll take you somewhere. Let's click on update and see what happens. So, okay, that's working over there. So when I click on update, it does in fact work. But if I go to edit and click on the back button, so over here, you can see it takes me to a black screen. And if we have a look at our logs, you can see that there is an error message saying, what is it saying? You have popped the last off the stack. So remember, it's how to visualize it is it's a widget tree. So it lays different widgets or elements, whatever you want to call it, on top of each other. So with GoRoot, it only has one element, or basically only has one element, which is the current route that you're in. And I've popped that out, but that's why it shows nothing over there. So let's reload this. Let's move this over and head back into it. And let's fix that, right? So where we need to fix that is if we click on it, authenticate ourselves, and it's the edit screen. So we have a specific screen. Remember, we're still going to update the patient profile side in the future after we do this migration, but we're going to fix this error now. So it's on the edit screen, the back button over there. So let's do that. So this is the edit screen that we are on right now, and let's go to that. That should be get action button GD. So you can see I was just popping something, but I shouldn't be popping something. What I should be doing is going to my, where Where's my tile? Going to the patient profile, going back to the patient profile. W Ken Logger. Ken Logger is dope. I used it today, super helpful. I'm telling you. I hope Dr. Pixels pulls through, but Ken Logger is literally saving my life. I'm not sure if you see on the screen right now, when you use print, so you can see this error message over here is an error message that I put in. So you can see it's just error print. So I'm just using this print or debug print, one of those two that I'm using. And it just comes with the standard blue, so it's very hard to see, even over here, authentication true. It's very hard to see this. But if you're using Ken Logger, it shows up in green, very bright, very bold. But what I have noticed is when you are using Ken Logger, I must have chat with Dr. Pixels. But when you are using Ken Logger for the iOS development, the colors don't show up for some reason. Yeah, but W Ken Logger, W Dr. Pixels. Shad, let's put some W's in the chat. Let's put some W's in the chat for him. The W's are flooding in. I was able to see errors easily. Flutter logging can get messy, 100%, especially with a lot of those different, all of these different garbage that happens over here, like the background stuff that comes through. But yeah, super useful, super useful. And let's show everyone. Let's show everyone what we're talking about. For those that don't know, so if you are using Flutter as your development front-end framework, then you should be familiar, or you should get familiar with PubDev. It's a place where people publish different packages that they've created themselves, and they want you to use it also. So Ken Logger is Dr. Pixels. He's one of the members of Mzansi, and he created this package for us. So if we have a look, Ken Logger on PubDev, you can see 173 downloads. So it's booming. It's booming right now. So yeah, this is Ken Logger. All you have to do is grab this, add it to your pub spec, and then you can get access to all of these different logging messages. So info message, error message, success message, and warning message. It's pushing, definitely. I'm loving this. And hopefully one day we can also create an MIH package that people can utilize inside their projects also. But that's future thinking. So what I want to do is I want to go to the patient profile. In the patient profile, I then want to go to the tile and just steal code from here. So the code from here is this. So I'm going to yank 3 down, and we're going to go to edit and then just paste it above this. So I don't need arguments. Wait. What are these arguments? So it's patient profile view. Where am I doing this? Is in, I think it's in home. Let's go to home and see. Personal side. Let us know if you have any projects that you would like us to check out. We love doing those kind of things here at the MIH studios. So please feel free to let us know. So let's yank this back here and paste it over. Paste. Perfect. So now it should be working. If we head over to our emulator again and we click on the back button. Okay, my bad, Flutter was doing garbage. Which language is this? So thank you, Code Ninja. So this language over here is, or the framework is Dart. And the language the framework is called Flutter. And the language that Flutter uses is Dart, D-A-R-T. It looks very similar to Java and or JavaScript. But yeah, that's what it's all about. It's an open source framework created by Google. And there's a very nice community of people around the project also building different tools and packages and things like that. What language do you do, Code Ninja? Let us know. So patient profile, authenticate ourselves. Edit, back. Bad state. Future already completed. Bad state, future already completed. Oh, maybe it's that. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's that. That's cool. Yeah, it is quite cool. It's a cool programming language. So I'm definitely doing some garbage over here. I've been thinking instead of having one website, how about a link tree like feature for MIH? Definitely. I'm still learning. So quotes, let's answer your question first before we move over to Code Ninja. So we can definitely remember we're not done with MIH yet, right? So I'm thinking about putting like a link tree kind of feature when you're searching for the people of Mzansi, because that's more of a people kind of thing, right? Webs or companies, in my mind, correct me if I'm wrong, but companies normally have their one main website that they push you to get to their other products and platforms, right? When you're talking about businesses, but when we're talking about people, they have a LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, what. So what if you look now, right, at the personal profile? It's quite bland. It just has our username, name, surname, the profile type, and our personal. Thank you so much for the follow, Code Ninja. I appreciate you. And we have our personal mission over here. So below this, similar to our business card that we have over that black mode recommended, like this one here, like this, we're gonna have something like this, but for all the other social medias and things like that. I think that's a good idea. Good thinking. I think the Linktree feature can go to personal. Definitely. Thank you so much. Uh, Quotes for that suggestion. We'll definitely, when we're working on that, please keep that in mind, because when we do head over and update our personal profile, then we can add that in. So let's see, Code Ninja. I'm still learning so far. It's HTML, CSS, and a bit of JavaScript. Nice. Do you usually host lives like this? If so, when? Thank you so much for that question, Code Ninja. So we do host this lives Monday to Thursday at 7 p.m. We normally go for an hour to an hour and a half, depending on how lit things are. Like today is quite lit. People are diving into the chat. I appreciate each of you. And yeah, so we'll go until maybe half past. So that's what we normally do. Thank you so much for that question. I appreciate you. And thank you for following. If you like to download MIH, it is in production at the moment. We are available on the Google Play Store, the Apple App Store, and on the web. All you have to do is search MIH or the MIH app, and we should appear at the top of the list. Yeah. But I would highly recommend that you use the app version, the mobile version, because that's the best experience. The best experience out there. So I was there by my patient profile. Patient profile, let's authenticate ourselves. Let's go. What's happening here? Something crazy is happening over here. Okay, I don't know. Yo, I don't know what happened over here, but it went to add. Yo, I have no idea what happened. It seems to be a background thingies over here, but let's go to edit and back. Yeah, perfect. It takes us back to our patient profile now. So you can see we go to edit. It's no more taking us to that black screen. It's taking us to the back profile. Back. Someone DM'd me today. I'm not sure what their name was. I'll have a look and see. I'm not sure if they're in the chat right now, but they did ask me to do a Flutter tutorial. I didn't dive into their message completely, but let me know if you're interested in such a thing. I'm not really an expert in Flutter. I do use a lot of Google. I do use a lot of Gemini, and I use my own brain, but I'm not the best at it. But please let me know if you'd like something like that, and we can hook it up for you. So I think the personal side. Wait. This and this. Okay, over here. So we should be able to add a document. Let's see what happens when we add a document, because what should happen is it should just break, because I haven't tested anything. Pictures, add. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. It just worked. Cool. I'm not going to touch anything for now. It works. And I think all the functionality works on the personal side. So nice. I think we are completed and done with the personal side of MIH. Is one thing that I would like to do. But let's push these changes into production. And not production, sorry. If it works, don't touch it. Yeah, we'll touch it later on, quotes. That's a very good, very correct thing that you're saying. If it's working, don't touch it. But I am planning on updating, just like what we did with the personal and the business profile. I'm planning on overhauling the patient profile also to make it look a little bit neater and cleaner and things like that. But let me show you. So I'm going to add the things to, or I'm going to commit the things. So, unspoken rule for programmers, definitely. Add auth to this. Nope. Yeah. Part 2. Commit. So I think that one is fine for now. What we'll have to do also, let's switch over to the web version of MIH, because the web version really shows you the deep linking stuff. I'll show you how we can check that out, but it really shows you the deep linking stuff and yeah, what's it all about. So let's check. It should pop up sometime now. Add auth, question mark, what is that? I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Let me know how to pronounce it. But what do you mean by add auth? Question mark. I can see you're asking a question, but I'm not really sure what specifically you are asking us. Let us know. So let's bring this over. And also what we've also added is, remember it used to reload MIH when we were on the home screen or the auth screen. It used to reload every time we were there, but look at it now. It's working. Shout out. So we have MIH open over here. And yeah, please let us know. I just joined, my fault. Thought it was a big project, only adding auth now. Nah. Auth was added way back. How do we pronounce your name? Let us know. Let us know how to pronounce your name, cause my brain is not braining right now. Thank you so much, quotes. I appreciate you. So yes, this is what the deep linking is all about, right? So let's say thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. If we on the Mzansi wallet and we reload, you can see it shouldn't take us. It should take us back to here because that's how we set it up, right? And if we're on the calculator and we reload, it should keep us on the calculator. So this link over here, so if you go to, in the future, when you open up the web version of MIH and say /calculator, it'll take you directly to the calculator. And similarly for about MIH, it'll take you directly there to our page because we can reload it and it stays over there. So that's what deep linking, one of the benefits of deep linking, but we need to add some of that functionality to some of these tiles. Let's do that now. So I'll show you which part it is. So let's go to the top and see what's there. Don't worry about all of these comments. These are things that we haven't completed yet. Things that we still need to complete. That I just commented out for now because it was confusing me. So this is our auth stuff. So all of this can be deleted from here. Delete. So we have our MIH auth. Change to MIH. Our MIH auth, which has our authentication forgot password, but we still need to do a reset password. This uses query parameters, and I don't know how that works yet with GoRouter, so that's why it's commented out. We'll get to it a little bit later. Then we have the MIH home root. We have the about MIH root. And this is what I'm showing you. If it's no. Yeah, I'm sorry. Thank you so much. Who is this? Who is this? George. Thank you so much, George, for the follow. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. So yeah, I'm basically checking. So we're getting some extras in over here, right? So the extras, if we have a look at, where's the tile that we can look at? This tile. So you can see when we're calling go named, so we're going to a specific named path, right? A name of our path. And our path is Mzansi wallet. And we're giving it some extras. And you can see it's the wallet arguments. It might not be the correct way of doing things, but this is how we're currently doing it at the moment. Definitely in the future, I'm going to use provider for that so I can remove data management outside of my UI. But at the moment, this is how we're doing it. And when let's close some of these files, making us scroll over here. Yeah, so when we come over here, you can see it's taking in some extras. And this is important when it comes to loading our different pages because it's taking that data and pushing it onto the different areas of our screen. So if this data is not here, we're going to get an error message on the screen. So what we have to do is we're going to have to check if whatever information is coming through. Let's do that. There's normally args. Yeah. So I'm getting it as args over here. So I'm saying if args is equal to null, I need to do something first, right? So if someone manually enters that path and they're not allowed to do that, it should just take them to the MIH home. That's what we're doing over here. Should just take us to the MIH home. So we need to add that in to this one here for sure. Let's add that in. Shift O. Oh, damn it. Shift O, and then if. Oh, I shouldn't even do this. Delete. Let's steal some code. So I'm gonna delete. It's yank 5 down. Yank 5 down. Let's go down and paste it above here. And not user. It should be args. Copy. Paste. Is it here? Wait. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I think I yanked one too many things. Yank, how many down? Yeah, it is 5. Yank 5 down. Down. And it should be here. Paste above it. Yeah. Yeah, perfect. And we can remove this null check now. So now when we enter up, let's see. Tabang, nice to see you here. Not sure the social media preview is implemented yet, but here are the necessary tags. Replace URL with your social preview image link. Tabang, I'm not sure what you are saying over here. Is it Dylan? Dylan, we are working on Mzansi Innovation Hub. Tabang, I'm going to come back to your question now. We are working on Mzansi Innovation Hub, the first super app of Mzansi. That's what you're seeing right now. We are available on the Google Play Store, the Apple App Store, and the web. Just search MIH or the MIH app and we'll get there. Let me know if you want to know more about MIH. Or let's do it right now. We can ask Mzansi the question, what is MIH all about? So this is Mzansi AI going to help us answer this question. So we'll give it some time to think. Let's see what Tabang is saying. Why is it taking so long? Interesting. Why is it taking so long, guys? Maybe a reboot is required. Yeah, very slow today. I think I need to reboot the... Very slow today. I'll have to reboot the server. Cool. What AI API do you use? So we're not using one of the big companies' AI APIs. We are using Olama as our foundation. AI is tired. Yeah, we're asking it too much questions. But let's hear what Mzansi AI has to say. Tabang, we're going to get back to you.
Hey there, waving hand. Mzansi Innovation Hub, MIH, is all about empowering South Africa. Think of the MIH app as your all-in-one toolkit for both your personal and business life. We're a startup company based right here in Mzansi, and we created the MIH app to make things easier. It's like having a central hub for your professional profile, manage your business and personal info in one place, team management, keep your teams organized, appointments, schedule and manage meetings effortlessly, quick calculations, built-in calculator for all your needs, including loyalty points and Forex and more. Basically, we're building a platform to streamline your life and help you thrive in Mzansi. Smiling face with smiling eyes and rosy cheeks. Would you like me to elaborate on any of these features?
Thank you so much, Mzansi AI, for pulling through. Let's see, there was a few chats that popped in. So, okay, the AI is tired, definitely tired. We're asking it too much questions. Yeah, Mzansi AI is tired. I don't see the rose. There's it over here. There's a rosy what's. There's it there. It pulled through with the rosiness. Don't worry. Let me. I just want to reboot this AI, and because it seems to be very tired right now, so I'm just gonna give it a quick reboot, and we can see what's happening, why it's like that. Because normally it does do that when, yeah, it does do that once in a while, not gonna lie. So is everything up and running? Okay, should be up and running. Let's ask it a question again. Let's just say hello. So the very first time after reloading, it should take long to think, but then it should type quickly. So it takes some time to think in the beginning, but then, yeah, much quicker now, much quicker. Yes, definitely Salvage Ninja, definitely a memory issue. So because we only have a 8 gigabytes graphics card, that's what just is running on. That's why it's a little bit slow. Let's dive back to Tabang. I don't want to forget about your question. So not sure the social media preview is implemented yet. But here are the necessary tags. Replace URL with your social media preview image link. What project? Okay. Somehow I can't paste the code here. Hit me up in the DMs, Tabang. But I'm not sure where inside MIH you are speaking about. That's what's confusing me. You're talking about social media preview. Are you talking about what Quote spoke about, like a Linktree vibe? So that'll come into the future if you are speaking about the Linktree stuff. But yes, Salvage Ninja, it was definitely a memory issue. But let's dive over to, who was it? Dylan. So Dylan, if you head over to the About MIH package, which is right here. We'll dive into that. But if you head over to the About MIH section, and on the top right hand corner there's a star. If you click on this, it'll take you to the attributions section of MIH. This is where you can, what's happening here? This is where you can see the different third-party tools, free tools that we used when creating MIH. So you can see a lot of them are icons and stuff, but if you look at this icon, it is Olama. You can click on the visit page. Once you click on visit, then you'll see it does take you to Olama. So this is what we are using. We can explore the models. And the one that we are using is Pt.3. This is what we are using, the 4 billion parameter model, Pt.3. So yeah, that's what we used for our AI. We are not using, and we're hosting it ourselves. We're not using any APIs from OpenAI or DeepSeek or Claude or Gemini. We are self-hosting this. This is why we're using such a small model and not like the huge ones. Let me show you the OpenAI's open source one. Here's OpenAI's one called GPT OSS. And if we click on this, their smallest model that we can use is 20 billion parameters, and that's 14 gigs. The one above that is 120 billion parameters and 65 gigs. This is out of the realm of possibility for us at the moment, because we only have 8 gigabytes of RAM. That's why. But thank you so much, Salvage. So let's see. Maybe outsourcing virtual hardware via VM kind of solutions, maybe AWS. So that's a very good suggestion. That's an extremely good suggestion. However, we don't want to incur costs, any additional unnecessary cost to MIH. So when I say that, when you're using AWS, yeah, in the beginning when you're testing out your work and all of those things, it's very cheap. But then as soon as you start increasing in users, in storage, and all of those kind of things, that's when they're going to start charging you the real money. And now for the rest of this application's life, you're going to be paying AWS every single month for, or however their pricing models work, in order to keep your application up and running. So we opted to do all of that ourselves. So we have our own server. It's called the MIH server. And we have everything loaded on that. And it uses Docker as the foundation to do all of that. But thank you so much for letting us know about this outsourcing stuff. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And yeah, that's what we are using for our open source model. And you can see now, if we ask it the same question, what is MIH all about? You'll see how quick it goes now. Yeah, this is the performance of Mzansi AI. Don't worry about what you saw before. This is the real performance. This is the real performance. So I'm seeing there's some debates happening right now. So Quotes is saying AWS is very expensive when you use it, right? AWS, and Tabang is also saying AWS likes to trap users with vendor lock-in. Very true, very true, very true. So yeah, I don't want all of these kind of things holding us back when it comes to MIH, right? I don't want now MIH to die because maybe I don't have enough money to keep the server up and running. But with using our own hardware, it was just a one upfront cost to buying the hardware. And now we have that hardware forever. There's no one fighting us to keep that hardware up and running. Agreed. Definitely, definitely. But thank you so much for suggesting that. Salvage, do you have a website that we can check out? The reason why I ask is if you have a look, I'm sorry, people on TikTok aren't seeing so nicely. Let me decrease this a little bit. Yeah, perfect. The reason why I ask if you have a website is because we do have a tool called the Mzansi directory inside MIH. So the Mzansi directory, you can see it's right here. The Mzansi directory is a place for you to search for people or businesses of Mzansi. So if we have a look on the people side, remember this is live right now. If I search for myself, you can just search Yaso. And you can see Yaso_meth, Yasin Meth, which is me. You can see my profile picture and my personal mission. But you can see my personal mission. So it's to build a platform to make the daily lives of all people and businesses of Mzansi easier. That's basically MIH, right? If we switch over to the business side, let me search for MIH. And you'll see Mzansi Innovation Hub. Don't worry about the test ones. Mzansi Innovation Hub, if we click on it, you'll see that Mzansi Innovation Hub is a technology company. And we are the creators of the MIH app. And our mission and vision, this is what we're reading right now, is to digitize Mzansi one process at a time and to make sure that no one is left behind in the digital revolution. You see that Tabang is on the call right now. Let's switch over. Tabang is on the chat, in the chat right now. If we head over to our filter and search for advertising search, you can see that Tando Ads is available and we can visit his website. We hey, I see. Nice. Who's that? I think it was Nestigen, but nice. Yeah, you can see Tando Ads website through the Mzansi directly. This is why I ask if you have a website or not. And it's not only that, we can also search for, let's close this. We can search for UX Corp, which is Quotes, also in the chat right now. We can visit his website. He also has an application you can check out right now as we speak. And it's called My Routine. And it's for building habits that stick. So you can download it now. It is on the Google Play Store. But the best place to find it is through the Mzansi directory. And another one, if you're looking for some photographers, we can cancel this and go to JC. Or we can go to JC Photo Booth. Or we can just filter and search for photography. And we have JC Photo Booth. JC Photo Booth, once again, you can call, email, navigate to them, rate them if you'd like, add them to your bookmarks, and visit their website to find out more about their business. All right? This is the power of MIH and the power of the Mzansi directory. Let's see what you're saying. So I love the directory idea. Is it possible to add clause to not duplicate ideas but promote amalgama? Yo, I don't know what word this is. Am I not pronouncing it properly? So, is it possible to add clause to not duplicate ideas? Amalgamation, okay, amalgamation and perhaps equality, equal stake, equal opportunity. You're asking some great things over here that I don't have the answer to at the moment, but I'll sit and think about it. But if you look on, so your thing about, so I'm assuming you're saying there needs to be a clause in so that people don't steal your idea, right? So the way that you protect your intellectual property in South Africa is equity stake. Yeah, so the thing about protecting your intellectual property in South Africa is you have to register a company, and then that company creates the idea. That means that the intellectual property is owned by that company, and if that company is registered for SIPC, with SIPC. So that's how you protect your intellectual properties. But I'm not sure what you're talking about. But promotes amalgamation and perhaps equity stake opportunities. I'm not sure what you're talking about with the equity stake opportunities, if I'm being honest. So, yeah, if I'm being honest, I'm not sure about that. But the reason why I wouldn't put a clause in to say that, so let's say, for example, there shouldn't be another photography company because JC Photo Booth is there. Whereas if we go into Google right now and search for photography shop, let's say photography shop, right? There's multiple photography shops out here that's all doing the exact same thing, the exact same idea, but they're just doing it in their own way, right? So I wouldn't put a clause into MIH telling someone that they're not allowed to be a photography company, for example. I'm not adding such restrictions into MIH, but maybe I'm not understanding your question properly. Let's say I have a project and need manpower, and I have no funds, but willing to share the pot. That's a very great idea, right? So that is a great idea. So I'm not sure how that will fit into the Mzansi directory. The only way that I can think about it is if you head over to the business type search and search for like software development, for example, and then you can get Netloom. So they can assist you with developing your project. But the thing about equal shares, yeah, I'm not sure how that would work, really. Because I'm trying to think of how to facilitate that through MIH without me being there to sign anything and do all these things, right? That seems very much an individual business has to sign contracts and deals with these developers talking about those kind of things. But it's quite a cool idea. Quite a cool idea. Thank you so much for diving into the chat. I appreciate you. So yeah, that's the power of the Mzansi directory, right? Was nice joining the live. Let me deal with the data science assignment. No problem, Chili. I hope the assignment goes well and you get a distinction for that assignment. Shout out. Thank you so much for joining us. So also, while we are here, if you'd like to support MIH, right, even further than just being on the live and chilling with us. So if you head over to the About MIH section, you do see a Support Our Journey button. If you click on this button will navigate you over to our Patreon page. So you can see this is our Patreon page. If you'd like to support us, you can, there's it over here, yeah. You can become a premium member of Mzansi. It is $3 a month, but you can become a beta tester. We have a private Discord available. We're going to do shout outs during the live and a monthly live chat. So we're going to have like a Zoom call or something like that. I'm still figuring out the idea. But yeah, that's what it is. And it's $3 a month. And if you don't know what $3 is in your native currency, you can head over to the calculator app or the calculator package and switch over to the Forex calculator. And over here, we can say the amount, which is $3. I will search for USD because that's what the currency is. And since I live in South Africa, I'm going to search for ZAR and click on calculate. And you can see that $3 is around 53 Rand and 7 cents. So that's how much the Patreon costs. And this is the power of the Mzansi calculator also. That's the only reason why I wanted to show you the Patreon, so that I can show you the calculator also. But yeah, that's what everything is all about. I feel like MIH can have a, wait. Others quickly. Sort of agent for hire. Definitely, so that is the vision in the future, right? So the vision for the Mzansi directory. So at the moment, because my content in the lives is very much centered around development and stuff, and sorting out the problems of MIH and answering your questions too, most of the people that I'm reaching now are software developers, right? And that's why when we go to the business or the filter, the business filter, you can see there's a lot of software developers over here, like a no-code platform and everything else, right? But in the future, one day you'll be able to search for a plumber, right? So you'll be able to search for a plumber and find a plumber. You'll be able to search for a painter and find a painter. So it is moving towards that kind of concept where when you're trying to find someone, you can just go to the Mzansi directory and search for that particular someone that you'd like. So that's the future of it. But remember, small steps at a time. And there's a lot of back-end stuff that needs to be fixed, or that we are currently fixing. It's not needs to be fixed. We are currently fixing it. But thank you for the suggestion. I appreciate you. Keep joining the lives and keep coming through with the ideas, because we will add it in. We will add it in. Instead of searching, or why not have ads for seeking help? Sorry to disturb. Ads for seeking help. Okay. Let's dive back in. No, you don't have to be sorry for disturbing us, right? This is a conversation that we're having. So are you saying you want a place to post that you require some sort of assistance, right? Like say, for example, I am looking for, or I'm developing this application and I'm looking for a front-end developer. And then this goes out to the different people of Mzansi, and then they will reach out to you. Interesting. Very, very interesting concept. Can we have a other package for ads? Blush or hiding face. What do you mean another package for ads? And have a other package for ads. For us to think, yeah, so it won't be in the Mzansi directory. We'll create another package to have this kind of idea in. But I'll have to figure out how to do that. Because there is a concept of, have you guys heard about the Fediverse? Maybe another package for the ads, maybe. Yeah, definitely. We won't keep it inside the Mzansi directory. This is to search for people. That's its purpose. So we'll have another ad broadcasting for people to come hit you up, right? So we'll have a separate package for that. That's not an issue. So yes, what I was telling you is the Fediverse. So let's ask Mzansi, please explain what the Fediverse is all about. Because Salvage, what you are talking about now is basically creating a social media platform, right? A place for you to post something, and then a place for people to reach out, like in the comments, and maybe hit you up for more requirements, and then follow you and do all those things, right? So all about Fediverse, all about. So that's definitely in the pipeline also. In the future, we're still breaking down the foundations. But an interesting concept is the Fediverse. Let's listen and see what's it all about before we dive into it.
Hey there, waving hand. So, you want to know about the Fediverse? Awesome. Think of it as a decentralized social network, a bit like the internet's alternative to the big platforms like Facebook or Twitter. Instead of one company owning everything, like with Facebook, the Fediverse is made up of many independent servers, all talking to each other. Each server is run by different people or organizations. It's a network of networks. What does that mean for you? You have more control, you can choose a server that aligns with your values and interests, no single point of failure. If one server goes down, the whole network doesn't shut down. Open source. Most of the software used in the Fediverse is open source, meaning anyone can see and improve it. Popular platforms with
Thank you so much, Mzansi AI, for explaining what the Fediverse is all about. So MIH is only the facilitator. Yes, yes, yes. So similar to Google, similar to the Google concept, you go to Google to find websites and businesses. You'll come to MIH to find people and businesses, right? And other things to store your loyalty cards in, to store your patient information, to speak to an AI, to have a calendar, all the different things. So this is what MIH is all about. So yes, it is only a facilitator. We're not going to be the ones deeply involved in this, in like the actual negotiation and arrangement and all of those things. Maybe you can create the company that is the facilitator for the people. You know what I'm saying? For the for getting in touch and creating the contracts and all of those kind of things with your shared stake idea. With your shared stake idea, yeah. Let's dive back into our code. Yes, this is what we are doing. So I added this in. So Fediverse is an actual decentralized, yeah. So sorry, we just closed that. So yeah, the Fediverse is a decentralized network, almost like a series, yeah, startup. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's, if you look at threads right now, let's go to threads. Uh, threads is a part of the Fediverse. You can see, yeah, you can see, damn it, I think it's gonna load. Yeah, you can see this guy, one of my followers on threads. He is, you can see when I click on this at the bottom of the screen, it said this post was shared to the Fediverse. So even though he's posting on threads, this post is going out to the other servers also. So whatever's not threads, like I think Blue Sky might be one of them. Let's ask. Yo, does Mzansi Air even know about Blue Sky? Is the app Blue Sky a part of the Fediverse? Let's listen.
Hey there, waving hand. That's a really interesting question about Blue Sky and the Fediverse. To answer directly, no, the Blue Sky app is not part of the Fediverse. The Fediverse is a decentralized network of social media platforms, meaning it's not controlled by a single company. Think of it like a bunch of independent communities all connected. Popular examples include Mastodon and PeerTube. Blue Sky, on the other hand, is a newer social network built by a company called Jack Dorsey's team, who also created Twitter. It's a centralized platform, meaning it's controlled by a single entity. So, while both Blue Sky and the Fediverse are social networks, they operate on very different principles. Smiling face with smiling eyes and rosy cheeks.
I've been muted all this time, but we'll go in and answer our question. So let's mute it now and see.
Hey there, waving hand. Mzansi is like your all-in-one companion for both personal and business life. Think of it as a super app designed to make things smoother. It's built by the Mzansi Innovation Hub, a South African startup, and it helps you manage everything from your professional profile and team details to scheduling appointments, storing loyalty cards, and even doing quick calculations. Basically, Mzansi aims to streamline your daily tasks and keep you organized, all in one handy place. Smiling face with smiling eyes and rosy cheeks. Would you like me to elaborate on any of its features, Sparkle?
Thank you so much, Mzansi AI, for pulling through with that great explanation about what MIH is all about. Thank you so much for that question, Trina. And I see Speech Genius dived into the chat right now, asked the question, why the Olama logo? So the Olama logo, because we are using Olama as our foundation. So we're not hiding anything from you. We're not trying to fool you into thinking that we created our own LLM. So if you head over to the About MIH section and click on the star on the top right hand corner, it'll take you to the attribution section. So this is all the third-party tools that we are using inside MIH. And if you scroll down and find that Olama logo, you can see Olama next to it. And if you click on visit, it'll take you to their website. So we are using Olama as our LLM, and we are using Gemma 3N. We are using Gemma 3N as our foundation to Mzansi AI. Nice, definitely. And you can also do it yourself. It's not hard to do. You can check out Docker and go to the hub. Once you're in the hub, what you can do is just search for Olama. You can see I've already searched for it, but search for Olama. And yeah, you should look for this one over here. Once you know what Docker is all about, you can spin up an Olama server extremely quickly on your own hardware. So if you have an old laptop, or even your current laptop that you use on a daily basis, you can spin up an LLM over there. But what you have to do is, if you're going to do this, you're going to have to keep in mind how much resources your device has. So if we go over to Gemma 3N, and you'll see the models that it has available. So it has a 2 billion parameter model, which is 5.6 gigs, and it has a 7 or 4 billion parameter model, which is 7.5 gigs, right? So remember, when you're using Olama, my understanding of it is when you're using Olama, it takes the entire LLM and puts it into RAM so that it can easily communicate with you. It doesn't have to go into the hardware and stuff. So you're going to have this much space inside your laptop to do other things on top of running the server. So, but there's other models out there that have smaller stuff, but the smaller the parameter, let's just go Gemma. The smaller the parameter, the less intelligent the AI is. But there's Gemma 3 available, which has a 1 billion or a 700 or 270 million parameter model. And that's only 292 megabytes. So you can get that up and running easy, but the intelligence of this one might be lacking a bit. I think this is even new. Look over here. It says 6 days ago this was added. Very interesting. Yeah, but you can head to the 1 billion parameter model to get just under a gig. Or you can go to the 4 billion parameter, which is 3 gigs. 3.3 gigs. But yeah, you must keep that in mind. And if you'd like to use, who's this other ones? OpenAI's one. They're quite stingy with their models. They have a 14 gigabyte model only. That's the smallest one they have available. They don't have anything for the masses like the other companies. But cool. Did I do fine tuning? Not yet. I'm just raw dogging that model at the moment. I haven't learned fine tuning yet, and I haven't learned much about Olama and the capabilities that it have. I just know the basics. I just wanted an LLM, an AI inside Mzansi AI for us, just to answer standard questions. So I don't have to go out and ask Google the question. I can just ask Mzansi the question through MIH. So that's the reasons why I don't know it much. But definitely one day I can fine tune it. The only Mzansi is fire. Definitely my favorite AI. But I can show you over here speech that the only fine tuning that I did do is in the system prompt. So if we have a look under our AI, you can see here's my system prompt over here. This is the thing that people hide, but I got one of the other AIs. Mzansi AI. Mzansi AI is fire. Thank you so much, Dr. Pixels. But yeah, this is my system prompt. This is the only fine tuning that I did do, describing it. This is how it can explain what MIH is all about. So I gave it some instructions, and I also have some core rules and guidelines, like explaining how it needs to speak, how much words it needs to respond with, the type of, where is it? I said, yeah, there's it over here. Never use offensive language, what, all of these things. Then somewhere inside here, it says be friendly. Somewhere inside here, it says be friendly, but I just use another AI. I think I use Gemini to help me with that. So, wait, I don't want to leave the live with errors. So let's head back over to here. So state your I, okay. So go back here, state, insert dot paste, nice. Control dot, nice. Tech stack, I saw dot, yeah, so it is using dot. So here's the technology stack. This is what we are using. So we have a reverse server proxy. Shout out Mr. Jaeger. It's pronounced Nginx. I didn't know how it was pronounced. Then we have our front end, which is Flutter, which is the web, Android, and iOS app. Flutter is king, definitely Flutter is king. Then we have our auth layer, which uses super tokens. Then our API layer is fast APIs. Our database is MySQL. Our object storage is MinIO, and then our AI LLM is Olama. So this is, I don't think everything yet. I think there's a few things missing from here, but this is basically what it looks like. I hope that answers your question. Wow, Python. Yeah, fast API is with Python, definitely. So yeah, this uses Python. This uses Python APIs, and Flutter APIs. This one has. This uses Dot. This uses, I have no idea what language this uses. And yeah, they all the other things just have APIs out there. But cool, thank you so much for everyone. Thank you so much everyone for joining the live this evening. Let's flip over. I'm so sorry for the people on YouTube and Twitch. I was muted for a very long time. My bad. Mzansi, so I mute myself so that Mzansi AI doesn't cause echoes to happen. So yeah, my apologies. I will try and do better next time. My bad. So thank you so much everyone for joining the MIH live this evening. I do appreciate each and every one of you for diving into the chat and supporting us by liking, chatting, sharing, all of those nice things. If you'd like to support MIH even further, please feel free to follow us right now. We're also live on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok, but the best experience is over on YouTube and Twitch. So please feel free to subscribe and follow us over there. If you'd like to follow us even further than that, what you can do is on our TikTok profile, there is subscriptions available. And we also have a Patreon that's also available that I did demonstrate today. So you can head over there and subscribe to us and become a member, a premium member of Mzansi over there. And you'll unlock some certain perks, which is beta testing, private Discord that we can chat to privately, not just here in the lives. We have, what else is there? Let me go see. My bad. My mind is running dry right now. So we have the beta testing, we have the private Discord server. We're going to do shout outs in the live. I'm going to do something to like an animation to have the name slide by. I'll do something like that. And then we're going to have the monthly live chats where you can speak to me on like a Zoom call and we can have a nice discussion. Thank you so much everyone for joining the live. I appreciate you. We won't be live again tomorrow. The next time we will be live is on Monday. So please feel free to follow us so you don't forget when we are live. Thank you so much and let's keep working hard, Mzansi.